You part of MoveOn.org.
What a happy little family. So what do? They sit around and they call my sponsors or they email them. Yeah, they threaten them, harass them, intimidate them. See, they want to put me in my place. By the way, they've been doing this now for 2 years. And as far as I know, yeah, it's still working. We're on the air. Oh, man, you guys are good. How are you feeling? They want to do the same thing to the chamber. Threaten, intimidate, put them in their place. You know what, guys? America ain't going to be put in their place. We're not threatened. We're not scared anymore. You can call us names, everything. Doesn't matter. These people will go to any length. On the floor of Congress, these guys had the gall to claim that one of my sponsors actually purchased their A+ rating. And the Better Business Bureau, that's a fraud. Since when? Since when is the chamber a shadowy organization? And the Better Business Bureau, this is what they said, all you need is $350. And let me tell you something, you can get an A+ rating. If that's true, then how come there's so many companies with an F rating from the Better Business Bureau? I mean, those companies must not only be bad, they must be really, really stupid.
I don't know if we can do the $350 for an A+. I mean, that's a lot of money, George.
The lies are so obvious and so glaring, they're funny. I mean, these guys, you know what I like to do? I might buy them a clown car. I might. And they can all get in the clown car and they could drive around. We're like, look at the clowns in a little car. They're cute. But they didn't stop there. No, here's Nancy Pelosi. She's got more. She's just complained about all that foreign money pouring in.
What is it that they want to stop or reverse? Well, one thing that really makes them angry is the fact that we passed the Wall Street Reform Bill. What we said in that bill is never again will the recklessness of some on Wall Street cause joblessness for many on Main Street.
No, that's not what you said in the bill. Because if you said that in the bill, it would have been about, well, it would have been, what, 3 sentences? This was 2,300 pages. That's not what you said. By the way, the they she's referring to, actually, you. If you're a Tea Party member, let me ask you something. Do you want to reverse and go back to bailing out Wall Street? No, that doesn't even work because we're still bailing out Wall Street. You see, the people in Washington, they're always talking about those signs.
Have you seen the signs of the Tea Party? They're outrageous. They've got everything from Hitler mustaches and everything else.
But see, they must be looking for those non-existent signs because they keep missing these ones like, we don't need the government's help. We don't need your bailouts. We're productive people. Give me liberty, not bailout. All of them over and over again. See, the Tea Party people are not really for the bailouts. They're not like, hey, let's let Wall Street run wild. No, they're for the rule of law. Oh, I hope you have more cookies or a little bit of juice, because there's more. Here it is.
There's a reason we're in this situation.
Yeah.
The Republicans took us to the brink of disaster with a financial crisis, to the depths of recession, nearly a depression.
Mm-hmm. There's one correct fact there. There's a reason we're in this situation. Mm-hmm. We're Republicans. Mm. And the Democrats. We're really more of the big government progressives who regulated and mandated, for one, that we loosen standards on the mortgages. You know, give more people a shot at the American dream. Give more loans to the poor people who couldn't afford houses. And guess what? There's a new concept. People who couldn't afford the house now can't afford the house. Isn't that weird? I mean, how's that weird? That's just... Who saw that one coming? So now you're paying, and I'm paying. We're being punished. But have we punished Barney Frank? No. Chris Dodd? Oh, absolutely not. Acorn? No. Mm-mm. The banks? No. No. Did they play a role?
We had to pull back from that and pull back from that. In the meantime, they have stood in the way of the change, in many cases, of that we have tried to make in terms of increasing the number of jobs in our country.
Her hand gestures don't even match what she's saying. No. They say this all the time, and it's clearly a lie. It is not possible for the Republicans to stand in the way of anything. okay? They don't have the raw numbers. They can't do it. If they were standing in the way, they got mowed down. You know, it's like the rest of regular Americans who stood against it. Stimulus bill, jam through. Healthcare bill, jam through. Financial bill, jam through. Fight wasn't with the Republicans when there was a fight. It was with the Democrats who couldn't convince the other Democrats to go along with the progressive Democrats. So it's great. So how this story ends, and with the invitation that I'm offering, you don't want to miss. I think the bloggers might go nuts. They're right now put it on their pants. Mom, hang on, hold my calls. I got to make her write another blog. Glenn Beck's going to say something crazy next. Yeah, don't miss it.
Two networks, twice the power.
Being the first one to get you the facts. Looking at the story from a fair and balanced angle. Asking the tough questions. We do it well because it's what we love to do. And Fox Business does it really well.
I have to admit there's nothing I like better than working for the viewers. Getting them the real story so they know what's going on. Do you expect your taxes to go up? It's what gets my blood flowing.
It's what we do.
Fox News, the power to inform. Fox Business, the power to prosper.
So I've been telling you now about Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats and the fact that they're just making stuff up now. I mean, they're just making it up. It's a comedy show. It is. And it's kind of sad because of that. Foreign money attack against the chamber, a lie. Better Business Bureau can be bought off. It's a lie. Republicans are blocking reform. It's a lie. I mean, ask your friends and neighbors to watch this episode. Ask them, what part do we have wrong? Just have them watch this episode. What does he have wrong? Show them the facts. All of this can be found on the internet. All of it. Now here's the scary part. We're headed down the same path as France or Greece or, Venezuela. Venezuela. Beautiful this time of year. Oh, when the trees start to change color to be a little more red like the flag. Oh, it's beautiful. Of course, things aren't going well there. What a surprise. Hugo Chavez now is seizing grocery stores and rationing food. Who would have seen that coming? Anyway, this is what eventually happens when you try to control people, because people don't like to be controlled, and so they give up. It's weird. But all of that is happening when good people do nothing. See what I mean? Yeah. As a whole, America for a long time has done nothing. But here's the great part. We've been doing a lot lately. George Soros, however, while we were like, he was wide awake. And he's obviously been busy for many, many years. Yeah. He's been expanding his influence through groups such as the Tides Foundation. And if you think it's too much to call him the evil emperor from Star Wars episode, really more of the episode 6 emperor. If you think it's too much, well, he is the guy who's called for the managed decline of the U.S. dollar. Gee, George, thank you so much. I can't wait for my money to be worth less. Thank you. I want you to watch for something. I want you to watch for his editorial, because it is coming. Only a matter of time. George, do you have it written yet? It will be the end of the dollar when he writes it. He's done it with 4 other currencies, and each currency has collapsed. See, what he does is he buys up everything he can. He buys his gold, like right now he's buying gold in huge sums. And then he just, he waits for the right time. And then he says, I don't know. I think maybe his currency is not going to go so well. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in it. And he sells, and everybody panics, and they collapse. 4 times. You're going to go for number 5. We'll keep an eye out for that spooky dude opinion piece that you're... So next week, when is it? 6 months from now? We'll watch. Take your time. He's also done other things, like he brought up the Secretary of State's for election recounts, SOS. Yeah. In fact, it's the SOS, it's the Secretary of State that helped count the votes for Al Franken. And now here's what he's doing. He loves us so much, he's like a spooky old grandfather. He's buying up journalists. Soros Open Society Institute just announced for you $1.8 million to add 100 journalists at NPR radio stations all across the country. The only good thing here is at least that George Soros is now just buying the reporters out in the open. So that's great. So the Huffington Post is going to be funded by George Soros and the Tides Foundation on their investigative arm. Yeah. And then the Soros Open Institute is helping fund NPR. That is great. I know George Soros is only doing this. Bloggers, by the way, pause your World of Warcraft for a second. Wipe the Cheetos off your fingers. You ready? Because I'm going to issue a challenge here. Because I'm sure spooky dude, George Soros. Now, at the end, do you understand? Just like the Emperor. I'm sure spooky old dude, George Soros, would be able to explain all of this. And he'd say, no, that's not what I'm doing here. I am not calling for the collapse. I haven't collapsed 4 currencies. No. I haven't done any of those things. Tides Foundation? What Tides Foundation? I thought I was buying laundry detergent. I'm sure that's what it is. And I know George Soros. I know he wants to get to the bottom of it. That's why he's spending all those millions of dollars with NPR. He wants to get to the bottom of things. That's right. So, George, I'm offering you 1 hour on this broadcast. You and me, mano a mano. No minions, no spin doctors, no NPR journalists, just you and me. You are so much smarter than I am. You're so much more worldly. You have lived over in Europe. I haven't. You're not afraid. No. You'd come on. Because you're the man. Now, I might disagree with you on some of your spooky ideas, but I'm sure you could just explain them to the American people, and I'll give you the whole hour to do it. I don't know if you know this, we don't have very many guests on this show. Rarely do we have a guest. You? Whole hour. You and me, one-on-one. It's great. It'll be the battle of ideas to fix America. Shouldn't say fix because that's like neutering America. I mean fix kind of a different way than you probably mean fix America. But that, you can tell me, and I'll be right here. Call me. White House has the number. I'm sure you'll be for that. There it is, Mr. George Soros, on this program. Mano a mano. You and me, George. Come on, brother. Come on.
The rent is too damn high, guy, and the Manhattan Madam. American politics have become a circus sideshow, and the media is the ringleader. It's time to straighten up and fly right. Next.